My name is Brian Osborne. During the 1970s, I used to camp with my family on Moreton Island quite regularly, and then we started to stay at Tangalooma Resort as guests. And we loved the island so much that the resort came up for sale in 1980. So along with my brother Alan and my wife Betty, we purchased the resort and we've owned it ever since.
One of my passions and my wife's passions are animals. So we really love, to basically do things with animals, and this job provides that. We can do turtle rescues, dolphin rescues, we've even done whale rescues. We do bird rescues and things like that all of the time. There's all sorts of animals that we're always looking after, always working with, and it's just an amazing feeling to basically help out animals of all different types.
So the dolphins that we have here, they all have very different personalities. You can really tell the difference between them. So Echo, for example, he's very curious, very inquisitive, but quite a gentle dolphin as well. He's, one of Echo and Nari, we call them the gentlemen, because they're very easy to feed. They're always there, they're always stationed properly, they always take the fish really gently.
By actually working with wild dolphins, you can see their personalities, you get to observe their behaviour, and every night's a different night, and it's really interesting, and it just makes you feel that you're in love with them. They're just a beautiful marine creature.
My name is Trevor Hassard, and my position is a director at Tangalooma Island Resort, and my job is really varied and it's quite exciting every single day. So why am I still here after 21 years? Well, it's an island resort. It's basically a job in paradise. I never know what I'm going to do every single day, but I feel that I'm very lucky, and it's a job that I'm still very excited about, and I'll be doing for quite a few more years.
My name is Ina, I'm a marine biologist and one of the eco rangers here at Tangalooma. So here in Moreton Bay, we actually have over 600 bottlenose dolphins, inshore bottlenose dolphins that are resident within the bay, so they're here year round basically. In the wild, these dolphins, they've got quite a flexible social system, I guess. They live in what we call a fission fusion system. So that means they form groups, they stay together for maybe a few hours, maybe a few days, and then they just split up and form different groups.
My name is Susan Hassard, and I'm the manager of the Marine Education Centre and also the dolphin feeding program. What I love about working at Tangalooma, it's fantastic to work for a family-owned company. We're based on Moreton Island, which is only an hour away from Brisbane. We're so lucky here at Tangalooma. We have dolphins, whales, turtles and dugongs basically in our backyard. And we've got the beautiful clear crystal waters, we have white sandy beaches. Moreton Island is 98% national park. So there's certain areas you can go on the island where it feels like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you're only an hour away from Brisbane. But also just with my position here as well, just being in the water with wild dolphins every night, that's so special, that's so amazing. And there's not many other places where you can actually say you work in a position like this or have the location as well.
The dolphin program was a very new event worldwide. There was nothing like it in the world, and we had some difficulties trying to work out how we were going to manage the program. So we finished up sitting down and writing our own rules on how it should happen and what should occur, and we put together a plan, and then we presented that to the various government departments, national parks and fisheries, and in the end we settled on a set of rules that we abided by, and those rules are now used for our program to this day, and they're also used for any similar type of events anywhere else in Australia.
Well, we feed them around about 10 to 20% of their daily food intake. But there's a bit of a trick with that. We never feed the dolphins the same amount of fish. If you're feeding an animal, a wild animal particularly, the same amount of food every single day, they become reliant on that amount. Once again, we do that because we watch their behaviour, and we realised in the very early days that if we were continually feeding them a certain amount of fish, they wouldn't become opportunistic feeders.
Well, the feeding program started with Beauty, Bess and Fred. They were the 3 original dolphins that we've had here. Now they're no longer with us these days. Dolphins in the wild, they live up to about 45 to 50 years of age.
Well, my hopes for the Tangalooma dolphin feeding program is that it continues the way that it is running today. We use the dolphin feeding program as basically a vehicle to educate the public on the environment.
As the dolphin program progressed and got larger, Beauty brought in more and more dolphins, and in a very short time we were up to 9 dolphins. At the same time, the resort numbers, partly because of the dolphin program, was getting larger and larger. When we purchased the resort, we only had 27 staff. By now we're up over 300 staff. And a lot of those original 27 staff are with us still to this day. So we have a very much of a team effort, I guess, amongst our staff, and they volunteer to help with the dolphins and many other things around the resort.
It was pretty amazing after 1992 when Brian and Betty had established the program. It was just amazing to watch the whole program develop and watch the family relationships mature as time went on. So I mean, we're talking about a dolphin family and a social group that interact together, and as time goes on, you can actually see those family relationships basically develop.
So I feel like I'm very lucky because I work with a great team of staff here at Tangalooma. It's great because we have many different staff from many other departments that work on the dolphin care team, and they all feel a special bond with the dolphins, and they all feel that they are part of something really special. And it's great because they're really passionate and enthusiastic about the dolphins, but also about the environment as well.
There was a dolphin that everyone called Eric that used to come in from time to time, and we used to go out on the jetty and watch him. But then some 12 months after we purchased the resort, Eric suddenly arrived with a new baby, which we eventually called Tinkerbell. We realised then, of course, that Eric wasn't a male, that he was a female, so we decided we better think about another name. Betty decided that Eric was such a well-mannered and beautiful dolphin that she wanted to call Eric Beauty, which suited the female dolphin much better, so we changed Eric's name to Beauty. Very quickly, Beauty started to swim in close to Betty, and eventually she started to swim around, and Betty used to cast fish out to Beauty to take, and then suddenly Beauty started to come in and actually brush up against Betty and swim around her when she was taking the fish. She became very relaxed around Betty, and then she's very soon brought Tinkerbell in also with her.
Tinkerbell's an amazing dolphin, and she's probably the reason why this whole program started. Her mother, Beauty, had basically just given birth to Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell was only around about 6 months old. So without, Tinkerbell, I'm not sure that this whole program would have started, actually. After people have been down here to the dolphin feeding program and learnt a little bit more about conservation and the problems that the marine environment faces, they come back into the education centre the next day and they want to help out. They want to change their ways, or they want to improve their lifestyle so that they're actually being a little bit softer on the planet. And one of the ways that they can do this is join Eco Marines.
It's basically a way for kids or young adults to find out more about the marine environment, or the environment in general, and about all the animals around and the wildlife, and also how they can really make a difference, and about some of the things they can do to help out in protecting our environment.
The future of the oceans is really, really important, and teaching people about it and teaching people to conserve the marine environment is just so important, and we use these dolphins as an umbrella to get that message out.
By protecting the dolphins, they're also protecting all the other species around them in that ecosystem. So it's a really great opportunity for that.
And I feel it's important for us, it's our job to make a difference, and our dolphins are relying on us to do that.